Good morning, Colleen. Sorry I'm late. We were having technical difficulties. I've been fighting for the last 45 minutes or so since I tried to log on. Still having an issue right now. Trying to, where is the stupid thing? There it is. All right. Hope you can hear me. Hope everyone is having a great day. We are streaming directly on YouTube. We are not streaming from StreamYard, so I can't turn the camera off. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Again, sorry I'm late. We were having technical difficulties. Having issues with the stupid camera. Anita, good morning. Danine, good morning. Mimi. Kevin Brand, good morning. Say yes, thumbs up or thumbs down, depending on if you can hear me all right. I may have to switch to the second camera here. Sometimes when you rely on technology, it doesn't want to work. Kevin's a yes. Thumbs up, thumbs up. All right, well, either way, I'm gonna move a lot closer. You guys can see my messed up hair. I didn't get a chance to do my hair, nothing. Lighting sucks. Darn it. Spend an hour trying to get the stupid camera to work and StreamYard to work. Bitches Brew, good morning. Connie Kelly, good morning, Connie Kelly. Good morning, Kevin. In case I didn't say hello to everybody. What else we have? You like the shirt? I make beer disappear. What's your superpower? Oh, man. Can't see where the hell did the stream go? There it is. All the chat went away there for a minute. I'm like, where'd it go? I don't know. Don't know. I make cookies disappear. Do you? Especially, what's your favorite cookie, Nancy? Chocolate chip? Oatmeal? My daughter and a lot of my family, they call me a basic bitch. That's what they call me because I like snickerdoodles. I am a snickerdoodle fan. chocolate chip. Love the shirt. I make vodka disappear, Colleen. Good morning, Kevin. Wherever you are, Kevin. Not Kevin Brand and good morning, Kevin. Got a lot of Kevins out there. Again, I'm sorry for the camera being right here in your face. I picked phenomenal snickerdoodles. Gayla, good morning, sweetheart. I hope you had a wonderful week. So let me tell you what happened here this morning. So I went to go log on to StreamYard like I do every morning, and StreamYard says that they're doing an update, and I'm like, oh well, it never takes that long. I didn't fall. The camera fell. So it says that they're doing an update. We are using a webcam, by the way. I have no idea what the resolution for this stupid thing is. So that's anyways. It says it's doing an update. Well, it never takes that long to do an update. So I'm waiting, and then I go to log on after it says the update is done, and it says you must restart your computer for this update to take effect. Shut the whole thing down. I've got 20 minutes left, and then it won't recognize the camera, which is a. Probably should turn that off. Canon PowerShot SX530HS. It says it can't recognize my camera that I use every single live stream. Doesn't recognize it. So I go into settings, try to see why, if maybe it's like the setting with StreamYard. Nope, everything seems to look there on my computer. Says that my camera, and it has that model, but I can't get the damn thing to work. So I run in the house, I grab, this webcam, and I'm sitting there and trying to figure out how to change from. It recognizes the webcam because it turns on when I hit camera. Oh well. Gianna Murray, good morning, sweetheart. Mike Stevens, good morning. And Nancy Drew. Will, you okay? I'm okay, Nancy. Just had technical difficulty this morning, and I'm kind of flustered right now. I didn't get a chance to do my hair. Didn't get a chance to finish my cup of coffee. Nothing. Everything is kind of been thrown up in the air. I know it. I make this all look so simple and easy, and I make it look like it's so low budget. And I do that on purpose. But there's a lot of things that go into this. There's no tags right now. Monetization's not turned on. Nothing. I can get StreamYard to work. So we're streaming directly on YouTube. I hope everyone is having a great day, and I hope the volume and everything else, and audio-wise, is working good. I can't turn the camera off. Yes, better very strong. Antibiotics. You doing good? I'm glad you're doing good, Gayla. So, has anybody heard of the new feature that YouTube is coming out with? It's called Super Like, or there's like 3 different things that they've called it, but that's the one thing that they keep on coming back to. It's called Super Like. Well, in case you haven't heard of it, good morning, Stardust. But Super Like is a way for you as the viewer to kind of do kind of like a super chat, but instead of it being on a live stream, you can actually give a super like to videos after the stream is over with, or a normal uploaded video. They say they're going to roll it out. It's going to be across the United States, for all devices, Android and OS, and I think they're even bringing it up. I think they're bringing it out for all 3. Morning, Linda. But if you're a monetized creator, I think they're going to call it Super Like, though. I wish I could link. Oh, Linda, I'm doing great. A little flustered this morning. Obviously, starting about a half hour late. Couldn't get the stupid camera and couldn't get StreamYard to work. But you rely on this technology, sweetheart, like you do, for it to work every time flawlessly when you go to use it. And sometimes things just don't want to work. Did an update for StreamYard this morning, and it wouldn't recognize my camera. Wouldn't let wouldn't connect to the actual stream. So they can keep the super chat. They take 30% of the super chat. Yeah, I have no idea what they're going to take from this super like. There we go. That way we're not directly up inside my nostril there. Isn't it? It's mind-numbing some days. The things that we have to, the hurdles we have to jump through to make the content that we do. YouTube certainly in the hell doesn't make it easy on us. I heard Modena has the worst side effects after a second shot. Fever, chills, headaches, fatigue, but best coverage. Nancy, I had the Modena. Did I? Or did I have the Johnson & Johnson? I can't remember. I'd have to ask my wife. But the first one, I didn't have any side effects from the first shot. It was the second shot that got me. It made me sick. Yeah, they call it improvements, don't they, Linda? Oh. I wish I could have done my hair, though. This is going to drive me nuts. So you guys all get to see my morning ritual. So this is what happens on mornings when I do live streams or when I'm about to prepare for a video. I'm not kidding. So I'm going to step away from the camera here for a second. First thing I do is I have my dry cleaning. I have my shirts that I'm going to, that I could possibly wear. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 shirts here. I pick out a shirt. The first thing I do before I do a live stream, put on a shirt. Then I get ready to do my hair. I have a towel, which is over here behind the fan, which you all can probably hear going in the background. Then I get ready to do my hair. No glasses. Spray bottle. Soak my hair down. Comb the hair. Towel. Dry the hair. Recomb. That's the first part. Shirt. I do this every morning. Even if you don't see me on a live stream, this is my routine every morning. Coffee. Bailey lady. I don't know who that is. Good morning, faithful one. Both virus and vaccines are bad. mRNA is a technology not tested adequately. I can't talk about that, Nancy Drew. Let's just say that I'm an idiot. My wife has worked in a medical laboratory or in a hospital for over 30 years. And in the time that she has worked in a hospital, from my point of view, from a layman, and just somebody who doesn't work in the medical field at all, I don't know enough about it to talk about that, to say much about it at all. I know the technology itself. This is what I know. I know the technology itself has been very well tested, very well, researched. it's things are going to happen when you skip all the clinical trials and then rush things into production. And don't get me wrong, we've done this with other vaccines and other things in the past, and it's worked out great. Right now, you have to take the plus and the minuses of it all. It hasn't been rushed through. It hasn't been tested. It's been tested as much as they can. But then you have to look at this, at where society would be if we wouldn't have rushed it through and done all the little things along the way before the actual vaccine got done. Where normally they get the vaccine done, they test it, and then they start all this stuff over here, all the little things. And then, but in this case, with the vaccines, they did all the little things, got the vaccine done, so it was ready to go immediately. Where would we be as a society? How many more deaths would we have if we wouldn't have done that? Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I'm just, I can hear my voice coming through the speaker now. I'm sounding really hoarse. I'm sorry about that. I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV or YouTube. My 89-year-old mom, who was at the gathering, did not get sick. She was the one that got the Moderna vaccine. I know people want to view the vaccines in a negative way. I get that. We're all individuals. There's a lot of people out there who are like, oh, I'm never getting the vaccine. You can either wait for two things: herd immunity to get us all back to where we were before, or you can get the vaccine. Those are your two options. But I know this much. Right now, with the Delta virus version coming around, I don't want that. You don't want the next version of the mutation of the virus. I'd rather give myself, a 30-40% chance than the other option is death. I don't want that. I don't want to die. If I die, I can't come here and do this live stream. It's not an easy choice for anyone. Connie Kelly. Hi, Connie Kelly. KSIDIT. An I or an L? I don't know. Well, thank you, Connie Kelly. You all just watched my morning routine for what I do just before I go live or do a video. There's a lot more to it than that. I have to set up the lights, set up the camera. Because we use this studio space until my wife actually finishes the other side of that window, that studio. We do a live stream here for our podcast. We do my normal videos in here. We do the podcast. My friend uses this space for his, and then he puts a black curtain across all this. You can't see it right now, but it's... Whoa. That ain't going to work. To the top of my head. All right. Right there. That black curtain. And that's the stupid box fan that y'all hear. Montgomery Ward. But he uses this studio space. So, and then he does live streams from in here. So that's 4 different functions that happen in this space. Dennis Rader is here. Is Dennis Rader here? Mo Lester. Chris Watts is getting out of prison. No, he's not, Mo. And I have to thank my daughter for showing me the Urban Dictionary. Y'all know about this thing? The Urban Dictionary? You, Mo, are considered a troll. That is a trolling question. Any question that is asked, I'm not saying that you individually are a troll, but Mo, that is a trolling question where somebody comes into a live stream and they ask a question that is generally or purposely meant to take conversation away from the actual stream and what other people are talking about. That is a trolling question. I had no idea until yesterday. I didn't even know what Urban Dictionary was. But you learn new things every day, don't you? KS, it means day in the life of. In the life. Oh. Like Mommy Vlogger does when they show how to get ready for a day. Okay, KS. I did not know. See, I'm learning new things right now as we go along. Carrie, good morning, Carrie. I started about a half hour late this morning, Carrie. Couldn't get the stupid, StreamYard and the camera to work. I did an update, which usually doesn't take that long, and it screwed the whole thing up. That is to me too, jellyfish. Did you all know about that thing though? Urban Dictionary? I had no idea. Katrina Middleton, good morning. I can hear you. Good. Lucy, hi everyone. Hi Will. It's Pokemon Go here. Good morning from Sao Paulo, Brazil. I'm glad YouTube sent notification. Well, that's good. I mean, I started a little bit late this morning to my Pokemon Go. I hope you're having a wonderful day down there in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And I hope you are stay safe. I'm sure my wife and my daughter and friends and stuff are going out to do some Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. They usually do on Saturdays around noon here, our time. Good morning, Pretty Camo. I heard about Urban Dictionary. Have you, Mike? I had no idea this thing existed until yesterday. My daughter was telling me about it. She's like, "You gotta look it up on Urban Dictionary." And I'm like, "Okay." But there are some people at the same time though who do things like that, who ask questions that are purposely thought-provoking or steer the conversation in another direction, who are not trolls. Like Damon. Damon comes in every once in a while and he'll ask questions that are purposely, direct the traffic, and the conversation in a different direction. But that's okay for, it's Damon. I don't care if Damon does it. I know he has nothing, but, he doesn't have any ill will towards the community or to me. Stiffy! Good morning, Stiffy! Anastasia? Hey, from Greece. How is everyone? Oh, I'm doing great, Anastasia. Oh, where the hell did stupid thing? Where'd the conversation go? There it is. Oh. Greece. Wasn't it, Carrie? It's a sad subject. And the worst part is, Carrie, it's just going to happen again. It's going to happen again and again and again. We live in a society. I like to call it the Instagram, society that we live in. Regardless if you do it or not, you're all part of the either the solution or the problem in this Instagram society that we live in. Where everybody feels that they need to take a picture of their. I shouldn't say everybody. Everybody feels a large majority, 99% of the world, feels that they need to take pictures of their food. They need to one up the others. Growing up, we had the saying, keeping up with the Joneses. It's no longer about keeping up with the Joneses. It's now, how do I go bigger, better, and make sure that the Joneses can never catch up? Instead of wanting to be like the Joneses and everybody getting along, it's how can I get better than them? How can I do something bigger than them? And that's how that gender reveal party set that wildfire on. It made it happen. They didn't want to just beat the Joneses and their friends who had done gender reveal parties. They wanted to make sure that their gender reveal was bigger than any other gender reveal that had ever been done. And even though they knew there was a burn ban in effect, they wanted to do it, and they did it. 22,500 acres, and some of that pristine, wilderness that we'll never get back in any of our lifetimes. We'll never get it back. Hundreds and hundreds of animals, because that fire went up the canyon and then it came around and it came back down around, and it trapped all those animals in. And that's what killed that firefighter, is he had no way to get out of the situation. So, RH, good morning. I'm going to try and bake a cake today. It's the 24th wedding anniversary today. Oh, happy anniversary, Gayla. Happy anniversary to you and your better half. No Facebook or Instagram for you? No, not a goddamn chance, Mo. Not a chance. Well, thank you, Carrie. I appreciate it, sweetheart. Give you a little background on a typical day when I do a video, what it takes to make a video that I do. First, I write it all down. This is right now I'm working on audience, taking statistics on the audience, but I write everything down in a notebook when I hear about a story or a case, whichever it might be. Then I get out, get on the old interweb, and I start looking into the case. Not on YouTube, but I look on the internet, and I try to find information about it. Once I find a site, then I start out with a new page, or put the topic on there, write the key parts of the actual video itself. That might take a day, might take 30 days, of constantly, researching it and checking it and then documenting it. Barry Morphew. I then print out all the documents, supporting documents for everything that I'm going to talk about in that video. This is the actual arrest affidavit for Barry in that case. I print all the documents out from a website that I pay damn good money to be a member of. Barry Morphew, Barry Lee. The access to the arrest warrant. Once I get the documentation, I then write an outline to the actual case. Then I film it, and then I have to edit it, and I try to, take the information that I have, and I try to boil it down in such a way that is understandable, because a large majority of my viewership does not come from just the United States. English, for a good portion of my viewership, English is a second language to them. With Mike Hawk today? Who is Mike Hawk? Not familiar with the name, Mo. Scatty Nona, good morning. Sorry I missed you earlier. Mo and Stuffy, what are you, 12 years old? I don't know who those people are. I mean, I know who Mo is right there, and Stiffy, dude, hate the word dude. But a typical video, back to what I was saying, if it's 15 minutes long, it might take me 3 days to make that video. On average, I'd say 2.5 days to make a 15-minute video or 10-minute video. Stiffy, you don't like smoking? I'm sorry, I can't turn the camera off like I normally do. Sorry if it triggers you. I'm sorry, RH. I couldn't get StreamYard to work this morning. I'm really sorry. Y'all know me. If you've ever been here before, you know that I will do everything to make sure that I don't trigger anyone. But I just couldn't get the stupid software to work this morning. Couldn't get it to recognize the camera that I use every single week and every single time that I do a live stream. Just wouldn't work. Tried my damnedest. Marble Menthols. There's somebody at my front door. Every bit of my entire property has surveillance on it. Thank you to all those who doxed me for that. Oh, it's my wife. My wife and my mother-in-law are going for a walk. Wow. The band Mudhoney posted a new video today. Angie Lee. I smoked for so many years. Only way I could stop was to vape. I do feel much better. Well, good morning, Angie Lee. I hope you had a wonderful week. Thank you for joining us this morning. Linda smokes Marlboro Reds. Marlboro 27 here for Stardust. Good morning, Stardust. Jesus, fuck.
Hey, are you all right?
Holy fuck, man, I told you to stop doing that to me.
Are you okay?
I'm gonna die on a live stream. Would you stop doing that to me?
Think about what that would do for your subscriber count, though.
It would go down because I'd be dead. My wife just scared the living shit out of me, guys. Oh my God. Come over here and say hello to these people now that you scared me. Oh.
Hi. Hi.
Oh my God.
I love
It's
it.
not funny.
It's a little bit funny.
I looked at the thing and I saw that there was motion at the front door. And I was like, oh, you guys are going for a walk. And all of a sudden, this is you.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, babe.
Divorce. That's it. You're trying to kill me. Please don't kill me.
Only just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh,
Please don't kill him off.
all right, Skinny Nona. I won't kill him off just yet.
Carrie says, hi, Crystal.
Hey. Would y'all mind if I stole Will for like 1 minute? I'm so sorry.
I'm going to have to get myself a defibrillator and learn how to use it when I'm having a heart attack. Shock myself
I
back.
don't think you can defib yourself, babe.
Why not?
Well, because you're in the middle of, having a cardiac event.
Did you need me for something?
Oh, actually, yeah,
It's going to take longer than a couple of minutes.
I was gonna go grab.
I'm just saying.
I was going to grab some groceries, so I wanted to tell you before I rifled through your wallet.
You can't rifle through my wallet. My wallet is in my pocket.
Oh,
What do you need? You need the card?
Yeah. Thank you, babe.
Might want to check what's on there first before you go.
We'll do one. Bye, chat.
Oh my God. Not even. Where are you going? You going to the store, grocery store?
Farmer's market.
Have you seen the bunks?
No, not the last couple of times.
We need coffee.
If I see them, I'll grab some.
What are you getting from the farmer's market?
Whatever strikes my fancy.
Don't buy any beets.
I love
You
beets.
haven't finished eating the last of them.
Did I buy more beets?
Yeah, they're in the basket, hanging up by the window. You know the
Hey, chat. Beets are delicious, right?
make me a sandwich, says Mo.
Make your own damn sandwich.
Yeah, Mo. You heard it from her. Make your own damn sandwich, she says. I have to make my own sandwich too. If I live.
I'll make you a beet sandwich.
Oh, I hate beets.
Beets are delicious.
I do not like beets.
Beets are.
Sam, I will not eat beets.
That's nowhere in that book.
I'm making it in that book. I'm writing my own version. Sam, I am. Sam, I am. I do not like beets. Sam, I am.
All right, buddy, babe.
Oh, that doesn't feel like it.
You're alive, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, Linda likes cold beets. Whew. So that was fun. I love the beet. Age you a little. She's going to be the death of me. That's okay though. You know, she likes to do that. I told her to stop doing it though. Sorry. Going through my wallet. Went to go get the card out for her, and I realized that it was such a disorganized mess. Separating out all my bling, or what do they call it? Scratch. I'm learning all kinds of new words, definitions. Okay, well, so my comments are just giving you what are you looking for, Mo Lester. I don't think Mo is looking for anything. I think Mo just wants to talk. Somebody needs to love Mo. Hold Mo's hands as we dance through the tulips. RFC. Alan, good afternoon, morning. Hello, it's 17:25 in Scotland. Good morning, Alan, and welcome to the stream, Alan. Hey, if I could ask everybody who is here now, it says here on my end that there are 30-some people in the stream right now. Again, she's in the front, outside the front door, so that means she could be right there. But if again, there's 30-some people in the stream. If you could give this stream a thumbs up. This is a general discussion. We talk about anything and everything and whatever comes to your mind. But if you could give this a thumbs up, I'd appreciate that. It helps people discover this channel and content. Mo wants attention. There you go, Mo. Blow kisses to Colleen. Good morning, Zelda. You take your motorhome down to sketchy part of town, and like take it down there and leave it, since you can't get your pole out to work. All right, so Zelda, I know I texted you yesterday and I asked you about this. Here's why I asked you why you named your motorhome Gone Girl. So, in case you're not aware, I'm pretty sure you are. We have a subscriber and viewer who goes by the name of Gone Girl, Gone Girl. And the other day, somebody took a screenshot of your actual video and where you named your motorhome, Motor Coach, Gone Girl. And since I reached out to her and I asked her how she was doing and she hadn't replied back, she says that she's going to end her life. And, if she does, she does. I can't stop her. She lives in another country from me. But they wanted to know, did Zelda, name her motorhome or give it that nickname because this person is going to end her life? That's why I reached out and asked you about it. Your insurance plan should cover the losses. Do you pronounce it Luza? Good morning, Luza. Tamara Van Boost. I still do not want a beet sandwich. That is cover charge. Always leave my touch DNA on the thumb when it turns blue. I say thank you. Oh. Hi, Mo. Meow. Meow. That's my son's. One of these days, I'm gonna have to put both of them back in here. The other one, I think, is in his pool right now. Leanne Ferguson. Good morning, Leanne. I don't know. I don't know, Zelda. You're gonna suicidal, but you're gonna kill that crazy bus. You know, I don't want her to do it, but you know, I know her. I know her backstory, and I know where she is, and I sympathize with her. She's in a lot of pain, emotional and physical, and I can't put myself in her shoes. If she decides that this is the only way to end the pain that she is in, again, physically and emotionally, I can't stop her. And I told her that, time and time again, I love her, and I wish she wouldn't do it. I wish she would stick around and find a way, but she's exhausted just about every recourse that she knows of. So, none of us get out of this world alive. And it really hurts to watch your friends in pain. But what do you do? I can be here, emotionally for her as much as I can. But at the same time, I'm not living, her life. Good morning, Duct Tape Bandit. Oh, Duct Tape Bandit. I've lost track. I really have. I've lost track of how many people that I loved and cared for to suicide. It's nothing that I take lightly at all. I think within the first 5 years after I got out of the service, I probably lost a half dozen. At least a half dozen within the first 5 years. And then we got to be over 12 or 13 now, right in there, since I left the service. People I served with, they just couldn't take it anymore. And they saw that as the solution to their pain. It's unfortunate. Suicide just doesn't end that individual's pain. Suicide hurts everyone around them. And I always tell people, look, if you want to do it and you can promise me that you won't cause any pain or suffering to someone else, and go ahead and do it. But if you're going to affect one other person in this world in a negative way by your actions and what you've decided to do, don't do it. And that's the truth. People, they see it as the solution to the pain. It may be the solution to their pain and suffering, but that just carries on. Nope, I haven't seen any, Gayla. I haven't seen any of my mods this morning. Either the system is going to bounce them or time them out or hold their comments away, or it's not. But to answer your question, I haven't seen any of my mods this morning. But again, I started late. Maybe they figured that I wasn't going to do my stream this morning. I don't know. I missed something, but glad you are on the subject. Needs discussion. IMO 3 types of suicides. It's a subject that, it's touchy. A lot of people are not going to agree with me on it, in my view. I don't know. I just wish there wasn't so much hurt in this world. That people realize that they're loved and they're appreciated, and everybody has the option to help somebody else. I mean, you might think that this is the end of the road, but it's not. There's ways to get through it all. Oh, I've been there, Zelda. Some of the most beneficial things that I've ever done in my life has been reaching out and helping others. When at a certain point in my life when I couldn't help myself, and to a large extent, me and my wife and my daughter, the three of us, we still give back every single day. Every day we wake up, even if I don't do this YouTube, we're finding ways to make our community and our world a better place. And that's the truth. Leanne Ferguson, you've done Meals on Wheels for years. One of these days, I'll tell you about I'll tell you now. So we have a small city that is adjacent to ours, where I live. Population-wise, that they are right around 20, maybe 21,000 people right in there. During the summertime, it dwindles massively during the winter months here. But we had an officer who worked for that city's police department. He was a rogue officer. His fellow coworkers couldn't stand him. He was just an asshole for no reason. But because the union contract that he had with the police department, the police department's bureau, don't get me wrong, it's not all officers, but this guy, the union refused to allow him to be fired from his job. Well, I think it was on a Tuesday afternoon, he was driving down the road in his patrol car, and he had an incident of road rage where somebody wasn't driving the speed or in a manner that he wanted them to drive. This is a residential road, so there's no actual dividing road. He sped up, went around in front of him, and cut this car off in his patrol car. Turned on the dash lights, the whole thing, but he turned off his body camera. He turned off the dash camera when he did this. When he pulled over and blocked this other car, he pulled out his revolver and started walking up to the car. The driver's side window was down from what, from the actual report that I read. And he stuck the gun, his service revolver, to the side of this individual's head and told him, some exchange of words of, if you don't get the hell out of my way, I'm going to do F and F to you or whatever. This really happened. Well, this individual was driving slow because they were looking for an address. They were delivering Meals on Wheels to seniors and to those who couldn't get out of their homes, shut-ins. This same officer, days later, before that ever came to light, I was working in my driveway on a 2002 Ford Escape. And me and my buddy were changing the starter out. And changing a starter on these cars are not easy. The motor sits sideways in there. So it's all the way back by the firewall to change the starter out, or the alternator. I can't remember. It might have been the alternator. But I'm changing that out, and we're standing there. After we got it out of the car, we see this cop car coming down my private driveway, which is about 2.5 miles long. He comes down the driveway, and he starts screaming at us. Now, we had no idea about the incident that happened to the Meals on Wheels driver. And he starts screaming at us at the top of his lungs. He puts my friend in handcuffs, puts me in handcuffs, and is walking around, and he wants to know what the F we're doing. Why we are, out there working on this car. Are we stripping car parts off of a car? I'm like, dude, this is my house. You had to come down 2.5 miles. We saw you barreling down. We saw the dust cloud from the gravel road as you whipped your ass down this road. And he did everything and anything he could. He's like, well, it looks like you both been drinking. I can charge you for DUI. So he tried to do an arrest on us both for DUI in my driveway. Cars up on stands, on blocks, in ramps. And he wanted to charge us both with DUI. He handcuffed us and put us back in the backseat of the squad car and was going to take us to jail for DUI in my driveway. Luckily, another officer responded and, stopped the situation, and said, whoa. And then, after a conversation the two of them had, got us both out of the car, unhandcuffed us, and that officer drove away. Well, now a week later, they found out about the incident with the Meals on Wheels driver. And it came to light just how many instances this guy had in the span of like a month and a half, where the union knew about it. His superiors knew about it, but they protected him. He's no longer an officer at all. It eventually worked out, where he's off the force. But again, it had absolutely nothing to do with, all cops are bad or any of that. The city ended up trying to shove what he did to the Meals on Wheels driver under the rug. They tried to make it just go away, but they weren't going to have any of that. I think they filed a civil lawsuit against the city, and I think they also filed a constitutional lawsuit, violation of constitutional rights. Stiffy, do I drink beer? Yes. If so, what kind of beer do I drink? I'm not a microbrew beer kind of person. Never been a fan of microbrews. Yeah, Stardust, he was nuts. I've never actually worked or helped Meals on Wheels. I mean, it's a very worthwhile endeavor. And thank you for doing that, Leanne. Sketty Nona, you're on drugs, so you're confused. Bye, Mo. Couldn't leave good enough alone, huh, Mo? Yeah, you got yourself now. Anybody else want to join Mo over there in the lounge, losers? Crystalina Bacteria, good morning. I had a conversation with an ex-alcoholic at work. A customer she was in the hospital, nearly dying with drink. I told her I nearly died giving birth. A week later, I was told she was found dead. Wow. I actually knew somebody, Crystalina. He was such a rabid alcoholic that when he went into, I think he had surgery on his back. When he was in the hospital, they gave him medical alcohol just to keep him stable so he wouldn't go through DTs in the hospital. This guy used to drive, they call it a pilot car. So whenever they're moving like a heavy machinery or something like that on the road, he would get in his car and he would drive in front of that machinery. This man used to keep a cooler on the passenger seat in his car full of beer. He put a 12-pack in there, and that'd get him from point A to point B, where when doing the pilot car, and then he'd have to buy 12 more just to get him back home. So that's 24 beers, ladies and gentlemen, just to do something that would take 6 hours, if that. I don't know how long it would take him, to do some of these jobs, but 24 beers. And this individual had a driver's license, and everybody knew he was out on the road. Scared the living shit out of me. This man was out there. Gotta go, Linda. You have a great day. And stay safe out there, Linda. Your neighbor is a bad alcoholic. Sorry, Mike. Good morning, Miss Sunshine from Germany. How are you doing this morning, Miss Sunshine? I hope you are doing well. Hey, and there's Kevin. So what was his handicap? For the guy who drove the pilot car? Really, severe alcohol. I mean, taking 24 beers just to get from point A to point B, and he's driving in front of heavy machinery, down the road when they were moving it. You're in a lot of pain, Miss Sunshine. I'm sorry. Gina Marie, did the false drinking charges that cop put on you and your buddy get dropped? Oh yeah, they actually never filed any charges against us. Gina Marie, it was he was going to, he got all the way to that point where, he cuffed us, put us in the back of the squad car, and was getting ready to transport us to the jail. And luckily, another cop came up and said, "You're a fucking moron. Let him go. You can't charge him." I mean, that car, obviously, if you saw the situation, of it all, you'd understand that, I mean, first he had to drive 2.5 miles down a private road to get to our place, to my house. The car was completely inoperable. I mean, we didn't have any wheels on the front of the car because we had to take the wheels off to get inside there to work on dropping the front end of the car, the suspension, everything, just to get to what we were. I think we were working on the alternator or something else. But so anyway, you couldn't have driven the car. I mean, and this is a rural area that he had done this, but now no charges were actually filed. A car on blocks is hard to drive sober. It is. And good morning, K-Love. Hello, drunk. Yeah, right, Mike? Yeah. He was just hell bent on he was just a rogue officer. And again, for what he did does not mean that that all officers are bad, or that we should not appreciate what those who put on the uniform every day do. I have plenty of friends and family members who are in law enforcement, and they would never, ever, ever in their time on the force think about violating someone's constitutional rights or pull their service weapon on another individual just because they're having an incident of road rage. There are a lot of good officers out there, and every day they put on that uniform, ladies and gentlemen, they step outside the front door of their home. They don't know if they're going to make it back home. They don't know if they're ever going to return. Think about that. Whatever you do in this world, for a living, maybe you work construction, maybe you're a school teacher, maybe you work in in sales in a thrift store, whatever it may be. Every day you go to work, the chances of you returning home are pretty goddamn good. But every day they put that uniform on, they step outside that front door. They know that they're putting themselves in harm's way. Their family knows that they're doing that, and they never are guaranteed another day of coming home to see their children, to see the smiles on their wife's face or husband's face. They never know, and they do this, and millions of good cops in the world, but the small little handful of bad ones out there taint the entire profession for everyone. So everybody looks at it and says, "Well, the cops are all fucking bad. Let's kill them all. Let's defund them," or whatever. Sorry, but that's my little rant on it. What is getting Nona do? Good morning, Kimberly. I didn't see what Sketty Nona did. Did she say something wrong? Well, I'm sure whatever she said, she didn't mean it in a negative way. But I have no idea what she said. Did not see it at all. So does anybody have any fun plans for the weekend? Hey, there we go. There's Thyroid. Hey, Will, how are you? Pal, I hope your family are well. We are doing great. I hope you are doing it just as good. Thank you. Things are going to be changing when it comes to my YouTube and social media and everything else. It has to. I'm to the point now where I am absolutely frustrated and tired of the way that things are going with YouTube. It has to change. It's going to change for the better. Carrie, you're going to the beach on the Columbia River? Well, that's cool. Colleen is fixing my tomato plants. That's something I should do. My wife's got a couple of tomato plants out there in the garden. They're out of control. Carrie, I'm going to play golf today along the Columbia River. The golf course actually is right on the Columbia, right alongside the Columbia River. Good morning, love. I'm playing with my dogs in the Bay of Corona, California. Coronado. Sorry, I read that again. Coronado, California. Well, good morning, love. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Miss Sunshine, are you saw pictures about the water here in Germany? So many people lost their lives and homes. Miss Sunshine, I did see that. I have family who live in the UK, and they have been keeping me abreast to the rain and the mudslides and everything else that's been going on. They've been sending them to my inbox, links to local news coverage that has been happening over there. And it's tragic, really tragic. Wow, raining so hard you couldn't even see the road. I'm sorry, Caleb. Well, stay safe. I mean, there's no reason to. I mean, I know it was for a birthday and everything, but did they in Maya Millet's case? I'm gonna have to look into that. Thank you for letting me know about that, Molly. Colleen, my little Yorkie, just found out she can jump off the pontoon boat going to watch her this weekend too. Wow. We used to have to when we took my dog out, we don't have a pontoon boat, but when we took him out, we used to have to put, the harness on him and then a leash and then tie it to the actual boat itself. because he would do the same thing. He loved to jump out into the water. And to say the least, it really makes fishing a lot harder. And we're not talking about a little boat. These were, my friend's boat was 18 or 20 footer bass boat. Older people said it was more dangerous as World War. Wow. Gina Marie, I'm in Washington State, and let's see. I've got this little, handy computer. It's supposed to be 98 here today. 98 degrees, partly sunny. Then I live between there's the Rocky Mountains and the Cascades. And so we're in a valley in between the two of them. And the weather pattern comes in, it goes up over the Rockies, and it never gets a chance to settle down between the two mountains. So it goes up over the mountains, and then it goes down the other side of the mountains. So the area that I live in is called, climate-wise, and topographically, it's a semi-desert or a high plateau desert. Yeah, I live in Washington State, the evergreen state. And I live in the desert. You couldn't find a freaking evergreen around here if you looked for one. The Interview Room. It's a good channel. I've watched some of their content. What zone, Will? I don't understand the zone. The question, Sketty Nona. What zone? You almost bought a condo in Coronado Island, 2-bedroom, $75,000. You couldn't touch a 2-bedroom home around here, Zelda, for anywhere near $75,000. Gina Marie loves beets as well. I'm not a beets fan. I never have been. Not fresh beets, not canned beets, not cooked beets. I've tried them a million different ways. I've just never been a fan of them. My wife likes them, but the problem is she forgets that she buys them. We have those hanging baskets, and I put them in the hanging basket, and she just forgets that she even has them. So she just keeps on buying more and more and more. Geographic growing zone. It's called a high plateau, or a semi-desert. And the reason why it's called the only thing it doesn't, we don't have cactus, but we have every other thing that you would associate with a desert. A lot of sand, a lot of sand, sand dunes everywhere around us. And we get sagebrush and very little rain, snow, anything. Whenever it snows here, people freaking lose their goddamn minds. Sorry for that, but they do. They lose their minds when it snows here. Do a video on the golfing, Kristalina? Me and my buddy Tim, we did one. I want to say probably 5 weeks ago we did one. The problem is it's so hot outside. When I was streaming on my phone, it got so hot that it made the phone overheat to the point where it turned itself off and it wouldn't turn back on until it was cooler. think of it that way. If you took your phone outside on a 100-degree day and you turned on and to do a live stream, it's constantly cooking the phone. But we'll try it again. I just got a notification from Amazon that my package is out for delivery. That's cool. So I bought myself more shirts to wear on my live streams. LOL, Missouri, if it's 40, we act like it's summer. Oh, that sounds a lot like back home. I'm Leanne. I'm originally from Wisconsin. Born and raised in Wisconsin and Minnesota. Lived most of my life there. I've only been out here West Coast now for about 25 years. I mean, so when I was younger, we moved out here to Washington State, then we moved back. Then we moved out here, then we moved back. Then we moved out here, then we moved back. But, and then I moved out here right around the time that I got out of the service. And that's when I met my wife. So. For a 2-bedroom home here where I live, you're talking about a 2-bedroom home for $75,000. A 2-bedroom home here would probably, with no acreage, just a city lot, an average city lot size, 130, 135 would get you a 2-bedroom home here. Prices are absolutely freaking ridiculous. A lot of the economy here is driven by the government, good or bad. But the only reason why we're here is because of the Manhattan Project. Otherwise, none of this would exist at all. It'd just be a farming community. But a good 70% of the people who live here work for the government. It's a government town, government built. Most of the homes were built in 1944, right in there. There was a good portion that started in 41, but by 1944 is when the large majority of the homes were built here. High Country Gardens has a lot of plants that thrive in dry heat. Yeah. The soil here is so rich. You can grow some massive vegetables, and stuff. You can't grow just everything here. I mean, you can't grow pineapples or bananas, but you can grow just about everything else. I mean, you probably could if you did it in a greenhouse. But who's going to the beach on the Columbia River? Is it Reeder Beach or Collins Beach or Suave Island? That is Carrie said she was going to the beach on the Columbia today. And the Columbia comes right along somewhere close to Boring, right? I mean, I would think because the Columbia comes down past me, and then it goes down out to the Columbia from the Columbia. Wow, I can word. It comes down past me, and then it hooks out towards the ocean, goes all the way up to the ocean. So it has to come near you. Yeah, the Manhattan Project. Yep, Kevin. If it wasn't for the Manhattan Project, there wouldn't be anything here. And the government built this town. Well, there's 3 towns total. But if the government wouldn't have built it, there would be nothing here. But they did it on purpose because this area never sees too much snow, never sees too much rain. When it comes to severe weather, never get tornadoes here. Never get anything, like monsoon, like downpours of of weather, rain like they have in the UK. It's pretty because of the weather patterns come in. They either come up over the Rockies and then go down over the Cascades, and we're in between the in the valley, or it goes if it's coming the opposite direction, it goes the other way. In Oklahoma, where I am, it's hot from April till about December. The AC is our best friend. Only need a heater for about 2 months out of the 12. You hate the heat? Oh, you wouldn't want to live here. Duct tape bandit. No. No, in the summer, the average temperature is usually around 110. That's the average. And we just bake here. Heat wise, sometimes at night it gets down into the 40s on a good night. But goes from 110 to about 40. But it usually stays right around 60 degrees at night. So you get used to it. Oklahoma, there's quite a few YouTubers that I follow that are in the Oklahoma area. Santa's workshop. He does. He rebuilds cars from auctions and other places. But Santa's workshop. He's in the Oklahoma area. Weird Beard. Does pretty much the same thing. He's in Oklahoma. Iowa goes from winter to summer. Are you in Iowa, Skelinona? Iowa's pretty. I had an uncle who lived in Iowa City, Iowa, for the longest time. He moved from Iowa City, Iowa, to the Keys, Florida Keys area. But he's a strange cookie. Every three years or so, his house would be completely demolished, and he just rebuild it again. And then 3 years later, it'd be gone again. Yep, you're a Hoosier fan. Hoosier born and raised, Skelinona. That's cool. Go Hoosiers. It's a great movie, by the way, too. Totally off the subject. We don't get too many hot days here in upstate New York. The humidity is what gets you, Connie Kelly. I haven't spent a lot of time in upstate New York. I've been in New York City, Jersey, but I've been to upstate New York and haven't spent a lot of time there. Now in Iowa. It's Country Fair week there. Here, this weekend, 36,000 people are here in my town to take part in watching boats. 36,000 people. Imagine just try to picture that and close your mind. You picture 100 people. Picture 1,000 people. Picture 10,000 people. Now, with your mind closed, thinking of that, what do you think 36,000 people looks like? A lot of goddamn people who are here. You couldn't get a motel or a hotel in this area if your life depended upon it. Everything is booked out. There are no campgrounds. So on the outskirts of the area that I live, people are camping illegally. They can't. There's certain areas you can't go to because it's controlled by the government. They have basically a Gestapo, of military officers out there, and they don't fuck around at all. You don't trespass on their land at all. Clackamas. I love Clackamas. Clackamas and Willamette to the Columbia, Sandy that runs 10 miles north to us, empty into the Columbia, Troutdale. 10 drownings last weekend. A father drowned rescuing his 7-year-old fell off of raft. No life vest. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, Zelda. That sucks. Be careful in Washington State. Yeah, the Delta virus, Carrie. The Delta virus is not something to screw around with. And for all those out there who have not gotten their COVID vaccine, get your ass out there and get it. If you think you can't get it for whatever reason, I highly suggest you speak to your PC, your primary care physician, because the virus is going to keep on mutating. And I would rather see you get the building blocks in your system of the coronavirus vaccine, and be able to survive the next mutation that comes along. Well, in the town I live in now, that would be 35 times more than my town. A lot of people, Leanne, a lot of people. And this happens every year, same time every year. My town is under 10,000, get 200, 300,000 over 3 days each year. Yeah. It's about what, not the town that I live in, but the town that's next to me has a population year round of about 26,000 people in that entire town. And then 35,000 people approximately come here every year for the races. It's a nut house, an absolute nut house. And I am going the opposite direction today from these people. Along with my friends, we are going the opposite direction. I have no desire to be anywhere near those people. I mean, they're good people, I assume, as Trump would say. I assume they're good people. It's bedtime, third shift. I hope you all have a happy day. Have a great day, Kimberly. You stay safe out there, sweetheart. Thank you for joining us today. Yes, Will, my COVID. Oops. Another update from Amazon on my package. Yes, Will, my COVID doctor just told me that this virus will continue to mutate. Delta variant is wickedly horrible. Still recouping from it. I'm sorry, Kayla. But yes, it's going to, that's the way it works. Every year we have the flu shot. And the flu virus itself mutates every year. You get the flu shot to try to build up your body to some type of an immunity to be able to fight off the flu. Doesn't mean you're not going to get the flu. It just means that if you do get the flu, it's not going to be anywhere near as severe as it would be if you didn't get the flu virus shot. But I see people all the time. I'm not getting that damn thing. You're not making me a guinea pig. I've spent my entire life, with people, my family, in the medical community. My mother-in-law, my wife, my daughter, they all work in the medical field. I put my life and my trust in them and in science. So, but it's surprising just how many people out there are like, no, I'm not getting that. I'm not getting it. You can't make me. It's the government, man. They're tracking you. You want to believe in conspiracies like that, I guess you can. You're right. But you could get it and be immune to it, but you could then still pass it on to somebody else. We have a program like that here, Zelda, in my area. Every single boat launch here in our area, they have life vests for children, and you can borrow them while you're out on the water, and then when you're done, return them. But they strictly enforce the life vest laws here. That and what they call it, boating under intoxication laws. Especially like this weekend, it's full force when it comes to the law enforcement are out there on the river, city, state, county, sheriff's department, sheriff's posse. They're all out there. You get 36,000 people who are congregated up around the river, for an event. There are a lot of idiots out there who are not going to think while they're out there, and they're out there to enforce the laws, and they strictly enforce the laws. But we have a life vest program here. Doesn't matter. Yeah, and they're each and every boat launch, they have 40, or so life vests that you can borrow. While people can borrow vests. Like, I need 3, so they borrow them, and they go out. And these are not things that you would necessarily want to keep. So they're all clearly marked return, after use. And they have people who actually watch those, for people coming back, and they write down the actual tag number from the boat as they borrow them for free. So it's a great program. Sorry they don't have that in your area. Virologist Wilberg in Germany, who wrote about the deadly virus 8 years prior to COVID. Well, along that line, Zelda, look how long the Spanish flu was around. When the Spanish flu hit America, when it did, look how long it was until the last reported Spanish flu infection was. And I think it was 10 years. 10 years from the time that, the Spanish flu at its peak point to the end, when the last known case was. 10 years. And the COVID-19 has a much deadlier rate to certain sections of society than the Spanish flu ever did. The Spanish flu is different, that it hit and was more deadly to a certain, younger demographic, where the COVID is more deadly towards, an older and immune compromised portion of society. But again, I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV or on YouTube. Will I texted you the link to Dr. Solberg paper on the virus. When did you text me, Zelda? Hey. I don't know who that is. I don't know anybody named Jeff. But Jeff has sent me. Holy shit. Mary, are you out there? Fucking Mary. What the hell am I supposed to do with that, Mary? I love you, sweetheart. I really do. Zelda, I don't have an email from you, sweetheart, or a text. I mean, I got this text. It's the one from yesterday. Well, from the 23rd, yeah, from yesterday. But I haven't received anything else from you, sweetheart. It sucks to lose friends, people. I need to go back to that, but my heart really goes out to her, in the and the pain and suffering that she's going through. I wish there was a way that I could reach out and make it all better, but I can't. Just remember, Mary, I'm here. If you ever need to reach out and talk to somebody, I'm here. Okay? So, so far, the vaccines I've received is doing well against the Delta variant. Fingers crossed, it works for whatever comes next. Yeah, dude, we're never going to get back to where we were before, ladies and gentlemen. In one way or another, things are changing for better or for worse, depending upon how you look at it. Some of the positives that have come out of COVID-19 is a lot of companies out there have realized that they can still continue the operations that they have been doing all along, and they don't need a physical location where people have to come to a building and sit in a cubicle and do all that crap anymore. And trust me, I've been there. That's why, I always loved the movie Office Space, because man, I have been there. I have been there so many times in my life where, my entire existence in the office was to make sure that I didn't have the 5 different bosses that were above me come talk to me about, what I did wrong. But companies have realized that, and that working remotely still works. Sure, maybe they need an office space that they can lease every once in a while for people to come and actually sit down and hold meetings in. Maybe they need some place like a call center or a place where they can gather to talk to, those who are, stockholders, whatever. But they don't have to have that physical location. It's just a waste of money. So that is definitely going to, if going forward, we're going to see a lot of changes in that direction. We're going to see a lot of things where we have realized we don't necessarily need to physically go out there and gather. What's up, Tim? Hey, here. Oh, move all this.
Wow. Fancy clothes.
Huh?
Fancy clothes.
Yeah. Say hello to everybody, Tim.
Everybody.
Hi, everybody. This is Tim. Tim, this is the world.
Yeah.
Okay, but another 10 minutes. Just talking about the changes because of COVID. You can understand this when it comes to work. How companies have realized that they don't need that physical location anymore, that everybody can work remotely.
Exactly. Yeah. We literally, why we still rent a place to work at.
Yeah.
I mean, to this day, it's kind of blows everybody's mind. But yeah, we're just as productive from home as we are at the office, if not more.
Debbie Gilligan, good morning. But, yeah, I mean, besides that, how else do you think COVID is going to change life going forward?
Wow. I think people are just going to be more cautious around other people. I mean, it's kind of sad. You don't see people going up and like giving people hugs anymore. I mean, that kind of stuff, shaking hands. It's like the whole fist bump thing.
Right.
Kind of, sort of, elbow.
Right.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Physical contact is definitely going to change going forward.
Yeah.
I would, when you came in here, I was just talking about how we realized that in a lot of ways we don't necessarily need to go outside of our homes to gather things anymore, where everything can be delivered to you.
Yes.
I mean, you know, and it started up on a whole new cottage industry of like delivery services. Yeah. And so you don't have to go out there and have these things brought to you anymore.
That's true. Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, it started off with a little bit of Uber Eats and DoorDash. I mean, everything. We can get beer delivered.
Yeah.
Right now. I mean, the Columbia Wine and Liquor, they used to be on, you know, down there.
Right.
They now do delivery only.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, I need a fifth. They'll come deliver you a fifth.
Oh, damn. You're not telling me all of that.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, they'll bring it right to you, to your front door.
That's crazy.
Oh, I'm still here. I moved out of camera. Went to go move the chair with half on, carpet half off. Well,
Insane.
you don't want to go. You don't want to be inside and hang out with my mom.
No, that was enough. The little interaction I had was fine.
Now, well, I sent you the text. Revirus was told about 8 years prior. Hold on. All right, Zelda. I got it now. Thank you, sweetheart. All right, everybody. I'm going to take off here, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day. Tim, do you have? Do you have any words of wisdom for the world?
I never have words of wisdom.
Yeah, you do. You got lots of words of wisdom. Like, shut the fuck up, Bill.
Yeah. Well, there's always that. We're gonna go play some golf and play some cards.
Poker. I forgot all about poker. We're gonna play poker
so
tonight.
We're gonna have a full day and night. So that's good.
Mel. Mel, I'm leaving, sweetheart. You can watch and rewind. I'm sorry. All right, everybody, but I'm going to take off here. Thank you again, everyone. And Mary, thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Everyone stay safe out there.